Later, puppy. See you next time. Morning, guys. Well, it is my time to leave this awesome little town of Pai. Time to head to Chiang Mai. Gonna go and catch up with Carol. Now, if you remember last year when I went to Chiang Mai, I stayed with Carol. I'll chuck the video up to those vlogs from last year here. Check them out. So, I'm gonna be there for about 3 or 4 more days, and then heading over to Vietnam, doing a bit of teaching over there, and yeah, looking forward to it actually. But I love this town of Pai. Just finished dropping off the motorbike. It was pretty cheap, $4 a day. That's New Zealand dollars. It's about 150 baht, Thailand money. Well worth it, guys. If you ever come to Pai, you get dropped off at the bus depot, and then about 40 or 50 meters down the road there are motorbike places where you can rent, and it's really cheap. Well, time to get some snacks for the minivan ride. I love these muesli bars, oat and honey, you can't go wrong, for about 10 baht. What else is there? Alright guys, we're about to depart on the minivan to Chiang Mai. And just a word of wisdom, if you ever pack your bags, make sure your bags are the ones on top and not down the bottom. Alright guys, just finished getting off the minivan. I'm now at the bus terminal in Chiang Mai. We're here in Chiang Mai. Oh, for awesome. I need to grab my ticket to go from Chiang Mai to Bangkok in about 3 days time, so I'll get that now. Then hire a motorbike across the road, go get something to eat. Alrighty guys, time to hire a motorbike. Well guys, I made it safe and sound here to my mate Carol's in Chiang Mai, and she has put on, check this out, this amazing looking machine that roasts and grills these nuts. She's got all sorts of nuts in there, and I tell you what man, they're better than the roasted nuts you get at the supermarket. Alrighty guys, it's just finished raining, so I'm going to head on out on the motorbike and go and do some shopping and head to the supermarket. Need to load up on a few things. Alrighty guys, so we're at Central Plaza, which is near the Chiang Mai airport. Come here to grab a couple of things, a few wares. This place is quite huge actually, pretty big. It's that big guys that it even has a train going through it. Check this out. For kids. Check that out, chocolate fondue. I only thought it existed in Switzerland. Alright guys, we're in Chiang Mai, we're at the DJI Mavic store, and I'm looking for some accessories and parts. I need one of these gimbal covers. You have? Oh, very expensive. Check out the parking for the motorbikes guys, they're everywhere here. And it's free parking here in Chiang Mai, which is pretty good. So just jumping back on the motorbike, and on that note I just wanted to share with you guys a couple of things on hiring and renting motorbikes here in Thailand. When you go to the rental place, they'll ask for your passport, and some of them hold on to your passport until you bring back the motorbike, unless you give them a deposit or a copy of your passport and you plead with them that you need your passport. One good trick is, and I know you shouldn't do this, but some people do it, and that is to take an expired passport with them for their travels. So when they do go and rent a bike, they give the expired passport and they hold on to their current passport. That way they can use their current passport to exchange with money, because some of the banks ask for your passport and you need it to exchange money. Also, when you hire a motorbike, make sure you film the motorbike around, underneath it, on top of it, just to make sure that you've captured like scratches that were on there before, dents that were on there before, or any other stuff that you may get accused of when you bring it back. That's very, very helpful. In some parts of Thailand, they hire out motorbikes from around 100 baht, which is $4 New Zealand. Some of them you can get up to say 250, 300, even 400 baht, depending on how big size motor they are. Obviously, the bigger the motor, the more it's going to be for you. I generally get a 115cc or 125cc. I can generally handle that up hills and around corners and whatnot, and it's quite economic to run in terms of petrol. Most of them run on 91, which is pretty economical. The petrol rate here in Thailand is about 25 baht per litre, which I think is $1 New Zealand. So not too bad. So you can run around on a motorbike for around 2 litres for 2 days. So if you look at a litre a day running around, say doing 30, 40, maybe even 50 kilometers, it's pretty good. Make sure you get a helmet when you rent a bike. It's very, very handy. And also make sure you have your international license with you if you're going to be around in Thailand, for instance. They do also just hire the bikes out if you don't have a motorbike license, and it's up to you to make sure that you do have a license, because sometimes the police are just around the corner and they'll check to make sure you have a motorbike license. If you don't, you get on the spot fine, so just be wary of that when you hire a motorbike. They're really easy to handle. I pretty much get a manual or an automatic, doesn't really worry me. I can use both. I take it really easy around places that I travel, especially in the cities, because there's a lot of congested motorbikers around, and you don't want to end up hitting any of them or cars, because you're going to have to pay the costs even if you're not insured. And which comes to the next point, make sure you have your insurance all up to date, because sometimes if you have a crash, you can't get your insurance because you don't have any. And not only that, you don't have a license, so your insurance company won't insure you if you don't have a license. So make sure you get all those things, guys. Anyway, those are some little tips about hiring a motorbike here in Thailand. Hope you guys enjoyed that little tip. Time to head back to the ACOM and go have some dinner. Okay guys, I'm here in Chiang Mai at Carol's. Welcome back, Carol. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. Nice to have you back, Weary.
It's been a while.
It has been too long.
So today we're off to do some errands and get a few things.
And Weary is my loyal chauffeur here.
I'm the chauffeur today.
As well as friend.
So driving around Chiang Mai, yeah, it's going to be a task, but I think I'm used to it now. Alright guys, so we're in one of the biggest malls in Chiang Mai. This is called Festival Mall. It's huge, multi-levels, whole bunch of shops and everything. Well guys, it is July 4th in the US, and Carol is from the US, so we've decided to treat ourselves to Cold Stone, which is an American branded ice cream place. Is that right?
Yeah, as far as I know.
So I've decided to get the Coffee Lovers. Yeah, I'm not a fighter, I'm a lover. What is your one?
Mine is mint with Oreos with a chocolate dipped cone.
Wow, that looks nice. And that's small, guys. So this shopping center is huge. Not as big as Dubai shopping center, but apparently it's one of the biggest here in northern Thailand. Especially in Chiang Mai, it is the #1 festival. If you ever come here, check it out. I'm gonna go up to the 3rd floor. That's where all the gadgets are apparently, so I'm gonna go and check it out. See if there's any new gadgets that I need. I do need something for the drone. Hopefully they have it. If they don't, then I'll probably grab it in Vietnam. Wow, check that out guys. They've got the DJI Spark, which is smaller than the Mavic. That's the one I've got. And this is the new one that's come out, which is a mini drone, and it's worth 20,000 baht, which is around 800 New Zealand dollars. And if you buy that, you get 7% off at the airport VAT tax, so it could probably go down to something like $720 New Zealand, which isn't too bad. Whoa, look at that. Slimming, fat reduction, hair reduction, facial. Man, these shops are everywhere. Makeover shops all along here in Chiang Mai. Well guys, we're here at a garden center in Chiang Mai, and Carol wants to get this plant called a Musienda plant.
Okay. That's cute. I love musienda.
She loves Musiendas.
It reminds me of my mother.
Fair enough.
I might get more than one.
It reminds her of her mother.
All right. I like the pink.
Musienda, which is this really pinky looking. Alright guys, so we are on one of the main streets in Chiang Mai. This is the walking street they normally have on a Sunday, but today it's just a normal street. But we are in the center of the old Chiang Mai city, which is surrounded by this wall which surrounds the old city. Well guys, we've got the two Musienda trees here. I'm going to plant them in those exact spots. We've got the topsoil. Let's chuck them in the ground. Well, there you go guys. I've planted the two Musienda plants right there. Bit of bark around it and some topsoil. Hopefully when I come back in a year or so, they'll be huge. Time to go and catch the flight to... My goodness, what the heck? Why would you post that on Tinder?